Hi everyone, today I just wanted to chat a little bit about having some greater insight into truth. So with the macro, the micro, the bigger picture, the little picture, the world around us to the world within ourselves and the world that we create. So we have been indoctrinated from a very young age to actually ignore the elephant in the room, to ignore truth and to brush things under the carpet, to not rock the boat, and so subconsciously and super subconsciously this is embedded in us, and this is where it's really vitally important. When we start to work on ourselves and gain greater self-awareness, we start to understand what's truth for us. And when we understand what's truth for us, we start to look at the bigger picture on what is truth and what's going on around the world, and we start to look at, the corruption that happens in the world. And then we also look at the corruption we create in our own world, because we do corrupt ourselves when we know something's not good for us, but we do it anyway, etc., etc. So, and this is not about being, perfect or anything. There's people have lots of issues. So I've dealt with a lot of issues that are not an issue for me anymore, but there are still things that I even deal with for myself, as everyone does. So no one's is going to escape, the truth or be 100% healed even, but we can work towards the greater awareness, because when we have a greater awareness, then we start to do things differently, and we start to see the world differently, and we start to see the world differently, even our own world in our little worlds of what we do in our own eyes. So, and that's what's really important, I think, with having that greater insight into the truth for ourselves and the greater with what's happening around the world as well. So when we can face our truths, when we stop ignoring the elephant in the room, when we stop putting things under the carpet, and we can start to have better conflict resolution, and we start to even rise above and be the observer, to look at why and how these things are happening for us, and why and how things are happening around even in the world. Like, how is it that people can get corrupted? How is it that people can get up on the television and lie? But at the same time, how is it that we can even lie to ourselves? We tell ourselves a lot of little lies as well. And again, this video is not to make anyone feel bad about themselves or anything like that. It's just an observation of the way we operate and the way we've been indoctrinated to operate, and to ignore, as I said, a lot of the elephant. And we've been distracted with a lot of things. And that's how I suppose those in power win, by keeping us, in this constant distraction, so that we're not looking at what's really going on. So it's always look over here, don't worry about what we're doing over there. And so it's really good sometimes when, the powers that be, or think they have power, tell you to keep, go left. Maybe it's good to go right, and look at things from a different perspective. And the same for yourself in your own life, when you're constantly doing things that is not working out for you, like, why you keep doing it? If you're constantly, there's a behavior that you would like to change, or a habit that you'd like to change, but you're not changing it. Like, why is that? So it's good to have these reflections and these insights to look into why we get into our own way, and why we're afraid to face our truth and live our truth, And even when we face our truth, it doesn't mean everything's going to be okay, because we still got to learn how to change our behavior patterns, our feelings, the way we've been thinking, our whole lives. And look, a lot is from what we're indoctrinated with. So I hope this little chat has, give you guys things to think about. And that's what I love to do. I like to get people to start thinking about things, thinking about how they're behaving, thinking about their behavior patterns and their thought systems. And, and once you start to, detangle all of that and start to look at it from a higher perspective, you can start to maybe have a bit more understanding and where it's coming from, why you keep doing it, and how you can change it. Because that's what we're going to do in life. And the same with the bigger picture in the world. How do we get to this stage? How were we, too observant or quiet? How did we allow this criminal cartel and this, really successful crime syndicate to start to run and rule the world and take over our lives. If they didn't have all their ducks in order, they wouldn't be kicking off with agendas that they kick off with. So, how did we allow that to happen on our watch? And, how can we, change that and take back, what they've taken from us? So it all starts from us within ourselves, because when we can do that, when we can start having some rational thoughts, when we can start having some critical thinking skills within ourselves, then we can have that for the bigger picture, for things that are even more important, so future generations will not have the indoctrination and be as confused about things as we have. And we do see it, each generation is growing with more understanding, I think, and they are coming out smarter and and more aware. So as we heal ourselves, we heal the future generations and we heal this planet. So we've all been born here under the universal law of freedom and free will. And, we shouldn't allow that to be taken away. And so we need to continue to use that free will to understand ourselves even better. And then we can understand the world, I suppose, a bit better too, and take back that which is ours. All right, I think that's it. Maybe I rambled a little bit, but I'm sure you guys get what I'm trying to get at. And, it's good things to reflect on now and again, and to have a look at. So what truths are you not facing for yourself? And if you did face those truths, how would your life be different? If you did make more of an effort to change some of those negative behavior patterns or habits that you have, how will your life change for the better? And if you feel it will, then what's stopping you? What's in the way? And how can you overcome that? So there's some things to contemplate. All right, guys, till next time, follow your bliss and be in joy. Lots of love. Bye.